Stay Seated. And this is a Daniel Nayland song that is perfect for going within.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
All right, you're welcome to stand up and shake your spiritual booty. We're going to do it for me. By the way, before we do this song, if you hear anything that sounds a little weird this morning, it's because last weekend I had my 10 concerts in one weekend at Urgent Music Lessons, and I tried to find a mixer. I couldn't rent a mixer anywhere in Calgary, so I had to rush here, and Bob, was kind enough to come and open the door. So I took the whole mixer all the way to Airdrie so we could use it for the concerts, which meant that this morning, this other Bob Warren, had to redo everything, and we should all give him a songs on the fly, which is a testament to the band.
Good morning, everyone. Are you opened up? Are you ready to receive? Yes. My name is Bob Elwood. I'm part of the spiritual leadership team here at Unity of Calgary. And I'd like to welcome you all. And if you're here for the very first time, there are welcome packages at the back that will help you understand a little bit more about what Unity is all about if you'd like to have a deeper understanding. And of course, you can talk to anybody here. And they will be happy to share their learnings from being a Unity member. So those were three great songs to bring us present, to be here now. So let's let our minds relax, let our thoughts dissipate for an affirmative prayer. There is only one power, one presence, one light, one love that permeates the entire universe. Some call it God, some call it universal intelligence, some call it their own higher self. Whatever you call it, connect with it now. And know that all that God is, or universal intelligence, however you see that, greater life force, it is present within you as well. We are intimately connected with that one presence, that one love. So bring your awareness to your heart right now and connect with your own love, with your own inner presence, within your own inner peace, and own it. It is always present. We have to bring our awareness to it in order to experience it. So allow the peace that's deep within your own heart to fill your heart space. Allow the love that you are to expand, to enfold every cell of your body, until your body's just not big enough to contain all that you are. And allow it to spill out into the room, to encompass everybody in the room. And know that it can expand infinitely It can cross the entire planet in an instant. And at the same time, allow the love of the universe to breathe into you with your breath. With every breath, you are connected to the divine. Without it, there would be no life. Every breath you breathe is a breath of life. Every expression you make is an expression that can not only be shared with yourself, but with others, so that we know we're not alone. Feel your connection to each other in this room. Can you feel the love being sent by everyone else? Are you able to receive it? Open up to it. Know that it is always there, and all you have to do is declare it so. And so it is.
So it is.
We have an affirmative statement of being here at Unity. And I would like you to affirm that truth with me now if it so fits your heart. We are here as love to celebrate the one power, the one presence in our lives, in this community, and in the universe. Now our daily word. And today, we have a long-time member that was at home for the past 2 years and has now come back into the fold. Lorraine Dunn, let's please welcome Lorraine Dunn to the show.
Hello, everybody. Hey. Okay, I just have to tell you this morning when I did my spiritual word, I do it every morning. Guess what it was?
Community.
Nope.
Pizza.
Nope. Free. Can you believe that? Living from Christ, my nature sets me free. As a spiritual being, I'm always free. I remember this at the moments when I feel the mercy of an unpredictable world. Believe me, I'm going to do that. While I may not be able to control what happens around me, I can take comfort knowing I don't need to control it. I am free to choose my response, but even more, I am free to meet life from my divinity, the breath of my spiritual power. In prayer, I claim divine ideas. I use my gift of imagination to envision the life I wish to live, and the gift of will to make choices, to bring it about. I speak affirmations to raise my consciousness, and I help create conditions for my highest and best outcomes to manifest. I find precious freedom realizing that life doesn't happen to me. Life happens through me. So, if the Son makes you free, you will be free indeed. John 8:36. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad to be back.
Thank you, Lorraine.
You're welcome.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
At Unity, worldwide Unity, there's a vision that we have taken on here at Unity of Calgary. Please affirm with me. We envision a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And how we do it here at Unity of Calgary is through our mission statement. Please affirm with me. We are a welcoming, vibrant, spiritual community that inspires hearts and transforms lives by expressing our divine essence. Who was here last Sunday? Many people. We are a welcoming, vibrant spiritual community Did you feel the vibrations last week with Sharon Karn and her bowls?
Oh, yes.
We want to bring more of that here into Unity, more of the experience rather than just the words. How many would like to see more experiences like that here at Unity? Oh, yes. Wonderful. Because we have a reimagining team and we want to do that, to bring more experiences into the Sunday experience so that you can not only know it in your mind, but in your body, in your heart. And if anybody's got an idea, please share it with the spiritual leadership team, Susan Cullen, myself, or Cecil Wantner. We'd love to hear your ideas about how we can do that here at Unity. Community news coming up next week. Our very own mentor minister, Vicki Vanderhorst, is coming here to Calgary. She will be giving a talk. What is love anyway? She'll be training our new board. Welcome our new board. It's so nice to have you all here. With our president, Stefan Valgrave, our communications lead, Ross McWhirter, Lou Kurjada, who's Kuryada. Yes, Lou Kuryada, that's right. And Cecil Wantner, who's been kind enough to take on the role of treasurer for our old treasurer had left, and he took on there's one more year left, so he took on that role to help square up the treasury and get it ready for the next wonderful opportunity for somebody that wants to be part of the leadership here at Unity of Calgary. She's also, as I said, going to be training our new board. Really looking forward to that. She'll give her a talk on Sunday. There will be a picnic as well and a potluck. It will be outside. We're going to have our Sunday experience outside next Sunday. So everyone hold the intention of blue skies, right? I know we haven't had a lot of that lately, but it's coming. And then on July 24th, we're going to have another sound healing experience with Trevor Yaruski, who does the didgeridoo, and Eiley Aurora, who plays the harp. And they've been doing healing circles for several years. They've been involved in music and healing for decades. And it's going to be nice. I'm really looking forward to having them come and share their spiritual awakening with us. Another very big announcement is the casino, the community fundraiser that we're hosting October 12th and 13th, and we need all hands on deck. We really need your support in this. It's a 2-day event, and it's going to take 36 shifts. Now you can do 2 shifts if you want, or 1. There's going to be a day shift and then an evening shift from 6:30 or 7:30 till 3:30 in the morning. It's a long shift. For all you night owls, please take the evening shift, and all you morning people, come for the day shift. It's actually a lot of fun. It's not difficult. There will be experts there that know what they're doing that will help guide us all. So you don't have to be specifically talented in anything. There is some call for computer knowledge, but not a lot. And that's just for the top positions. So please sign up. We need to have all our names in by mid-August. So we need to start now. Do we have applications here, Stefan?
Yeah, we do. And yeah, we have some openings for some of the major positions. Most of the positions from last week that Tina took. Actually, you got all of this.
You want to say something?
Okay. Yeah, basically, I asked my very cool and awesome friend Tina to head up getting volunteers. But basically, as of last week, we already have most of the major positions filled, but we still need people to do counting in the count room, clip runners, Yeah, other people like that. So if you're interested, come and see me after service and we'll get you sorted out, okay? Cool.
All right. Thank you, Stefan. And even though Tina's not here today, thank you, Tina, for taking on that role. Without our volunteers, we would not have a community. It's so grateful for there's so many people here helping every week. Thank you all. And of course, there's where to find us. And you all know where to find us. And the best way to find out what's going on in Unity is to sign up for the newsletter. You can go to Unity of Calgary online and sign up there. And you'll get one community news every week, and it'll tell you what's happening here at Unity. And now some more beautiful music from Anthony Burbidge and the Unity Band.
Just me. Or changing hands, they all.
Wait, thanks.
There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows. A beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything that you dream of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden, and that garden is you. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. Beautiful garden, that garden is you. Yes, there is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden, that garden is you. Such a beautiful garden, and that garden is you. Such a beautiful garden, that garden is you. Such a beautiful garden, that garden is you.
Let's stay in that garden. Breathe. Just be here. today is Doug Craig, and he asked me if I would do the meditation first before his talk. And his talk is Purify the Channel and Activate the Flow. So I want you to remain calm and still right here, right now. And know that we come here every Sunday to practice just that, to get out of the busyness of our outer lives, to calm our thoughts, to connect with that peace and love inside of us, to be still, and to know that there is a beautiful garden, and that garden is you. Connect with that garden. Connect with your own loving heart. Know that that is your connection to the divine. That divinity isn't out there somewhere that you have to go find. You have to travel far to reach. That journey is an inner journey, from the head to the heart. So journey there now. Let go of the past. Forget the future. Embrace this moment without resistance. Allow what is to be. Feel the love and support that surrounds you. Acknowledge it. Let it in. The universe is offering us opportunities every day to love, to laugh, to connect, to be one, to be in community, to be with family and friends, to follow our passions. We have to say yes to it. I want you to say yes in this moment to being in this community, to being in this room right here, right now. Whether it's your first day here or your 1,000th. Claim this space. Do not see yourself as separate, alone, isolated. From this moment you are not. In this moment you are surrounded by community. Feel the gratitude and appreciation for the smiles you received today, the hugs, the eye contact. If you were being of service this morning, appreciate the gift that you're offering this community. And feel the appreciation and gratitude from the other people in the room. For it is there, even if it isn't spoken out loud. Be grateful for all that we have here and all that we are. There is a garden, a beautiful garden, and that garden is you. And so it is. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Doug Craig.
is you can't get started in the day unless you turn yourself on. Well, thanks, Bob. That was a lot of interesting comments there. I was really intrigued by that one comment Bob made that really kind of ties into the talk today about holding the vision of a blue sky for next week's picnic, you know? And that is so true, that we hold the vision for a lot of things. However, we forget one thing, that we've got to manage the obstructions also. So not only do we hold the vision, we have to be aware that there may be obstructions there, like clouds and other real neat things. So remember, it's about not only what we do, it's also what we must not do. So purifying the channel and activating the flow is about intention and action. The theme is open to the divine flow. And so what I'm going to start about is activating it. How do we activate the divine flow? Well, Jesus said it really clearly in Matthew. I like what he said. And this is after he did his thing with his the fig tree. I mean, some of you know the story where it wasn't doing well, so he thought he'd put it to rest and zapped it and withered it away. And everybody goes, "Whoa, how did you do that?" Anyhow, he answered him and said, "Verily I say unto you, if you have faith," keep that in mind, "and doubt not." So those are the two criteria that we've got to have to activate this divine flow. First, faith, and doubt not. Ye shall do, not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also say unto the mountain, be removed and cast into the sea, and it shall be done. And he says, and here's the key word, and all things. He didn't say some or a few or most. He said all things, whatsoever you ask in prayer, believing, then you receive. So you notice that activating the divine flow comes from asking. That's the start of it. Everything starts with that, because that's what we're doing all the time. And you know, one of the things that people say, well, I'm working in the divine flow all the time. I do meditation, prayer, treatment. I do affirmations and stuff like that. Does anybody think that's activating the divine flow? Of course it is. Yeah, we're in that. However, I'm going to talk about the however today. Okay? How do we make it work? Well, I like one of the things that Dr. Ernest Holmes said in The Science of Mind about the criteria for this. He said the criteria for any man, woman, as to what is right or wrong for him or her is not to be found in someone else's judgment. The criterion is, does the thing I wish to do express more life, more peace to myself, and at the same time harm no one? If it does, it is right. It is not selfish. But if it is done at the expense of anyone, then in such degree as we are making a wrong use of the law. So as long as it doesn't harm anyone, you got to be really careful with this one, because if you decide that you're going to move to the other part of the country, everybody will say, "Oh, that hurts me so much, I'll miss you, blah, blah, how can you do it?" It's not that kind of hurt and not that kind of harm. People have to be responsible for their own things. It's your intention is to do it, and to do it because it doesn't harm anybody else or interfere with their journey unless they wanted to. Okay, so be really clear about that. That's an important thing to do. The other thing that goes on to that Dr. Holmes said is that there are no obstructions for the operation of truth. He said that a mental avenue must be provided through which the law may operate as the law of liberty, if we are to be free. This does not mean that We must please the law, for it is impersonal and neither knows or cares who uses it. Oh my. Nor for what purpose. But because it is impersonal, it is compelled by its very nature to return to the thinker what he thinks into it. The law of mental equivalence must never be overlooked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that so he shall also reap. So, a real simple way of putting it is this way. Anybody do any gardening here? Everybody knows how it works. If you want corn, you take a corn seed and plant corn. You don't expect peas and carrots to come up, do you? No. Okay? So, one must be very careful about the seeds that they plant. Because we can't plant seeds of negativity and expect good things to come. Because it just doesn't work that way. Oh, well, I do all of that and I do everything right, but what about the weeds? I didn't plant them. Where did they come from? Well, there's two ways to look at it. The weeds that you didn't think you planted, but you did. That's like being on that ship in the river in Egypt. You know that ship? River? Denial. Okay, so you could be in denial about it. Also, we have to understand that we live in a thing called race consciousness. That's a collective consciousness of all of us. And whether we like it or not, it operates through us by means of us, good, bad, or indifferent. So we have to be aware about what we take in and digest. If you don't get that, turn the news on. See what you got to be careful of. So that's what we got to do. And we got to be careful of what we ask for because we might get it. We probably will. Anybody ever got anything that they said, well, geez, if I wish I'd known it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have asked? That's what I go a lot of times in the mountains and I got these people, oh, I want to go, I'd like to see a bear. I don't take anybody that wants to see a bear. I don't want that in consciousness. And they said, oh, well, I want to see him off in the distance. Hello, that's not how it works. You want to see bear, how you see it isn't up to you. Be real clear about that. And when you got that guy that far from your face, you know what I mean. That's a real experience I had. I'm going to tell you because you're right. Okay? So be careful what you ask for because you're going to get it. Be very careful. So what are some of the instructions in the operation of truth? These are the things that we've got to work at, refrain from doing. So you might want to get a little list because this is where you're going to get your experience. I don't know whether there's any of these that are new to you, but number one, you got to manage fear, doubt, worry, negativity, resentment, animosity, oh, here's a big one, self-loathing, revenge, procrastination, skepticism, and self-righteousness. So those are 9 little quickies. Anybody ever have to deal with those on a day-to-day basis? Yeah, a few. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're all there, and that's just a matter of the journey that we're on. That's the challenge. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not easy. Is it worth it? It's absolutely worth it. 100%. To be able to learn to manage that, because that limits the impact of all of that stuff that has on us. And of course, as we do that, you don't have to do nothing. The divine flows there already. It just needs to have a clear channel. And we provide that channel by releasing any of that stuff we're harboring or holding on to and not adding to it on a day-to-day basis. Not going out and saying, oh God, I need a new job. I probably won't get it. Or, you get people, they always expect the worst. Well, I always expect the worst, and if it doesn't happen, then I'm not disappointed because I get something of what I want. Holy, I've actually met people that actually do that on an ongoing basis, and you don't have to raise your hand if it's you. Yeah. But think about that one. So those are some of the obstructions to the operation of truth that we want to cleanse the channel, the divine channel. And now we want to talk about empowering ourselves. And one of the quick little sayings and things that I work with to empower myself is I try to split my mind into two categories. There's that part of me that looks at a situation or a circumstance or people and it focuses on what I can't do, what I can't have, and what I'm not. Anybody ever been there? And it's a subtle thing that we can do to switch it over to what I can do, what I can have, and what I am. And believe me, I've actually practiced that with separation and children, and it wasn't what I wanted. I never got the way I wanted it, but I took what I can have and what I could have, and I built on it over a period of time, a relationship with one of my children, and did it make a difference? Instead of getting all into the negativity, it made an absolute phenomenal difference in my experience with her and her experience with me over these years. And that's what I had to do. So it's about empowering oneself. Now, another thing here, there's a lot of really good points here and a lot to digest. But when I was going through my transition in the first 11 years in this philosophy, many years ago, I used to get inspiration in the strangest ways from Spirit. I guess I needed it that way. And one time I was wondering why I seem to be doing all the right things, but it's not working. And I had a dream of a wagon train one night. And I'm going along, and this wagon train had big wagon wheels, bigger than normal. And boom, one of them was broke down. One of the spokes in the wagon wheel, there were 7 spokes, and one of the spokes was broken. The wagon can't go because the wheel doesn't work. It's got a broken spoke. Does it matter how good the other 6 spokes are? No, you got a broken spoke. And so what that made me come to realize that there are 7 departments in our life that on a day-to-day basis we have to learn to spend a little bit of time in each. There's the mental, there's the physical, there's the emotional, there's the social, financial, family, and spiritual. And all of our activities in life fit into one of those 7 categories. Does that mean we have to spend an equal amount of time in each? Absolutely not. But we do need to pay attention to each one. We can't just be all spiritual. Or how about social? That's a party. I tried that one too. It was a lot of fun. Everything else suffers when you do that. And so it's spending a little time and care and attention with each one of them on a day-to-day basis. It's not about how much time, it's about doing it. Want another example how that works? We got how many organs in our body? We have 7 organs in our body, like those 7 spokes. And you've been a real health nut and done everything right, except you didn't look after your heart. Does it matter how good the rest of it is? No. Didn't look after it. You die. My buddy, one of my best buddies, he had the best set of teeth you'd ever want to see. And he did that, he took care of him, and he died with the best set of teeth I've ever seen because he didn't take care of the rest of himself. You know the story I'm talking about? So that's very, very important to look into taking care of everything equally. Now, another thing, I want to kind of end on these few little quotes. One of them is, that I come across, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Wow. How do you like that, eh? I gotta tell you, somebody called me a master once. I've been in this 40 years, and I know a lot of stuff about it. What did I told him? And I actually did this, it's true, a couple of times. I said, do you know the difference between a master and a beginner? I said, masters failed way more times than a beginner's even tried. I would give you a list if you're like, but I don't have enough time today or the rest of the weekend. Okay? Another guy come across, this one was really good, Adam Grant. And this is to think about. This is really interesting. Optimism has a little bearing on health. Avoiding pessimism matters more. They did 61 studies, 221,000 people. Health is predicted more by the absence of pessimism than the presence of optimism. Well-being isn't about expecting the best. It's about making sure that you don't assume the worst. I never looked at it like that. Believe me, I'll be chewing on this one for a while. You'll be hearing about it again. But that's really interesting. It really tweaked me. Another one I come across is to get over the past, you must have to first accept that the past is over. No matter how many times you revisit it, analyze it, regret it, or sweat it, it's over. It can hurt you no more. Okay? So there's just some little tidbits that you can take away from today to work on and contemplate with and really look at, because it is worthwhile, all of these. But one of the most important things, I guess, folks, and I've done this a lot, and I try to talk to it. I do this with counseling with people when they got an issue. And they say they can't find a solution or whatever. And we all get wrapped into an idea. When we talk to somebody, somebody says something and we get a picture or an idea where this is going. Have you ever had that and it's so totally wrong that it just blows you away? Always, no matter what you see and perceive with your first notion, don't stop there. Look at other possibilities, because there is always other possibilities. I'll close with these words of wisdom about a father and his 3-year-old daughter. My 3-year-old girl asked me, "Where does poo come from?" And since I was a little uncomfortable, but decided to give her an honest opinion, explanation. So I said, "You just ate breakfast, didn't you?" "Yes," she replied. "Well, the food goes through our tummies and our bodies, take out all the good stuff, and whatever is left comes out of our bums when we go to the toilet, and that's poo." And the little girl, she looks a little perplexed and stared at me in stunned silence for a few seconds and asked, "And Tigger?"
Oh.
Who would Tigger? I'm sorry to mention that. I see, well, you know what that tells me? That tells me where you were all focused. It certainly wasn't the cartoon.
Oh my goodness.
Did I make a point with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How entrenched is something like that in our minds when we go there? I got a good one I use at weddings. I'll spare you today on it too. That just gets people going until they get to the end of it, and it's really lovely. But it's not what they think. It's never what you think personally at first. It can be 100 different things. So we've got to be open and receptive to see things in a different way. And we can come up, I help people come up with 10 ideas of how something could be, and they're all wrong. Because it really doesn't matter what's right. It matters what you walk away with. So remember, walk away with Tigger, and you'll understand poo. As we go forward in life, I know that Tigger and poo are with you, and so it is.
Hello again.
Hello.
This was gonna say my mic's not on. My mic's not plugged in. That's what
Don't blame the sound man.
Don't blame us. Don't blame us. Check, check, just. Oh.
Did Willie change something?
Yes, Willie was chewing. Willie reset the EQ.
Oh my God.
Oh, Willie. Oh, Willie.
Again, don't blame the sound man.
What's going on?
Don't blame the dogs to be mad.
He's coming for your job, Bob.
He's not doing a very good job so far.
You need to get some training. You need to get some training. You're not ready to be a sound engineer.
That's a sample.
I have heard it said to get there I'll need a goal. I have heard it said I'm the one who's in control. If I just try hard enough, well then one day I'll have my best. And then everything I want so much surely manifests. Where's the mystery in there? So I lay down my will, and I offer up my choice. I surrender all my So I lay down your voice becomes my voice.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Unity Band. What a beautiful song. Thank you, Doug, for sharing your wisdom with us again today. So make sure you take her with you next time. I love that. And now it's time to give. Time to share our gifts, our talents, our treasures. So please, as Cecil passes around the offering bowls, let's please stand and sing Give with an Open Heart.
There we are. Now, let's all come together and realize the one principle of prosperity is that.
What is on? Okay, sorry.
Hey, am I on? We realize the one principle is that all of the lavish abundance of the universe has already been given to us. Our acceptance is the key. And with that acceptance, we bless. And you know, every time you go and you pay a bill, but today you have lots of opportunities to pay bills. When you think about it, if you bless it, and you bless the fact that you've got the money to pay it, isn't that a great thing? Your prosperity is going to mount. I can say that because I've proven it. So join with me. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecil. And how about a blessing for the children? We love you, we bless you, and appreciate you exactly the way you are.
Yay.
Yay.
Yes.
Now let's just take a quiet moment to bring to mind anyone that you would like to bring into prayer, that you would like to offer a prayer for. You can imagine them, their name going into the prayer box. You can fill out the prayer request at the back and put it in the box. You can go to Unity of Calgary or emailing prayer@unityofcalgary.org. And if you need a prayer, you can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY for the Unity hotline. We also have prayers for different Unity centers around Canada. And this month, we are praying for Unity Spiritual Center Windsor and Unity Halton Peel, Mississauga. Just know that wherever they are on their journeys, that the universe is there, helping them, supporting them, and that these prayers make a difference. Your prayers make a difference. And now, let us affirm our prayer of protection out loud together. The light that is God surrounds me. I am the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am the love. The power that is God protects me. I am the power. Wherever the presence that is God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Now please stand as we get to sing together again. I love singing in community. I am light, I am light, I am light in this world. I am light, I am light, I am light in this world. And that shines, that shines, that shines so bright. That shines, that shines, that shines so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You shine, you shine, you shine so bright. You shine, you shine, you shine so bright. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, we shine, we shine, we shine, we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine so bright. We shine, we shine, we shine so Thank you all for coming today, creating this community together. Let's please stand in a circle one side of the room, form a great circle, and we'll sing our closing song, Let There Be.